Girl, let's take a moment to be real. Did you give up on your dream because you wanted something a little bit more practical? Or maybe you wanted to be a little bit more financially stable? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's time to get it together. Just kidding. It's time to join the club, girl, because let me tell you, being an artist out there is really tough, and we got jagged. So if you're someone who falls victim to disregarding your dreams for something more practical, you might be known as what we call a shadow artist. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is a shadow artist, why it's detrimental for your creative expression, and also how to heal from being a shadow artist. There's only one way to do it, and I'm going to get into it. What is a shadow artist? A shadow artist is somebody who has a creative urge but is not making any of their own art. So a lot of the times these people will be surrounding themselves with other artists and other creatives but not doing anything themselves. Put a little brush in my hair. I think it's cute. For example, let's say you always wanted to be an artist, but instead you settle for something adjacent like an art teacher or graphic designer. Let's say you always wanted to be a writer, but you settle for being an editor or maybe a PR person. I dated a guy like that. He wasn't cute, it wasn't working. Why is this problematic? Because you are making this decision out of fear instead of out of love for yourself. You're afraid of failure, or you're afraid of what could be instead of what you could be at your truest potential of what you want. So you're kind of settling for something that is similar or adjacent, or you're suppressing that side of yourself altogether. And it's never good to suppress your creative freedom. Another reason why this could be detrimental to creatives in general is because let's say you are a shadow artist teacher. When you're holding on to all of those feelings of not feeling good enough, or I gave up on my dream, like you're gonna be a little bit resentful towards yourself and maybe even project that onto your students. Not only did I have a shadow artist teacher, but I also became a shadow artist for 6 years after I had that teacher. Let me talk about it. I always knew that I wanted to be an artist growing up, so I went to a 3-year arts program in high school, and I had the same art teacher for those 3 years. And I feel like every year, I don't know, maybe she was going through something, but I felt like things were slightly more disorganized, a little bit more messy, and also she became a little bit more ruthless. Because she saw so much potential in me, she was giving me a harder time, giving me harsher grades than other students. And that really affected me because when I was 17, a senior in high school, I was going through my own stuff. I was not in a good place. I was kind of depressed, then accompanied by a teacher that is messy and disorganized and maybe possibly projecting or being really harsh with me. The whole thing just kind of turned into a perfect storm for me to stop painting for 6 years after that experience. I will say this as well. My art teacher was Hispanic and my mother is Hispanic. And I think looking back, I probably wanted the validation of my art teacher the same way I wanted validation from my mother. And they kind of remind me of each other, and so there might be some psychological things going on there on my part. You know, I'll be real, like I was 17 and I wasn't able to let a lot of these things go. But alas, I did become a shadow artist myself after this experience. I went into marketing initially after high school because I wanted to market myself as an artist. But when I went into a marketing program for college, I just stopped creating art altogether. And then I got a marketing job. I got a few marketing jobs afterwards, and it wasn't for me. Girl, I was getting insomnia. I was getting tummy pains because I was not in the driver's seat of my own life. I was in the passenger seat and I wasn't being authentic to who I truly am. And girl, I'm an artist through and through. I was born to do this, and I was born to help myself heal and help other people heal from their situations as well. Let me now instruct you on how to heal your shadow self. So Julia Cameron from The Artist's Way says the only way to heal your shadow artist is through, what is it? Through making art. It's through making art, girl. I know that this sounds very obvious, but again, those fears and those insecurities, those blockages are stopping you from creating your own art. You have to just sit down, start creating your art, whether that is written art, pictures, whatever it may be. Start off by just creating art every day. Allow it to be bad, allow it to be trash. Nobody needs to see it. Nobody at all. But you have to understand that failure is a part of the process. And this is something that I teach my students all the time. Girl, when you are getting into a new medium or a new skill, you're gonna suck. Just fail. Once you start failing, then you're going to notice that the process is going to become easier and easier. You're going to obtain skills, but you can't give up just because you feel like you're not good enough. Start creating art and start facing those fears, because the only person that is holding you back from your truest potential is yourself. Point blank, period. If you're someone who needs a little bit more structure, then I'm gonna give you a homework assignment, and it comes right out of The Artist's Way. So your homework assignment is to write 3 pages every single morning when you get up. Every morning, you're gonna have a lot of thoughts in your head, a lot of ideas. Put them down on a page. I don't care if you're doodling. I don't care if you're writing, I don't know what's right, I don't know what's right, I don't know what's right. Just keep going and try, okay? Try and fail. Because nobody's gonna see this journal. It's just for you, and it's a way for you to get your thoughts and your feelings or your creative ideas out onto paper. Try this for the next 4 weeks and see how it works for you. Or if you wanna dive into it deeper, try The Artist's Way. I'm telling you, it's really great, and we can read it together. I'm on week 4 right now. So if you're into healing your inner creative, please subscribe, because this is what we talk about here on this channel. Love to have you guys. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a great day.